Hi YouTube friends, it's RevBTB, and I haven't been doing many videos or anything this week really because I've been working on this. And what this is a 9 embellishment pocket letter. I was doing a swap with embellishments for a pocket letters group on Facebook, and these are the embellishments that I came up with. And so we're exchanging them in pocket letter style, and on the back when I get it finished I'll actually put some goodies and stuff like components and stuff of what I've used in the back. And I believe I might actually put one more thing in here that I'm kind of working on. I haven't decided yet, but that will be a surprise for the recipients. But because I had to do this as well as another challenge or two where I'm sending him embellishments, and I'm also in another pocket letter swap, I just decided to mass produce these. So what I did was I actually made 10 of each of what you see here. So that's what I've been doing this week, and I tried to keep everything in the same collection. And what I did was I found some Stampin' Up! Paper that I had gotten probably about 9-10 years ago in my stash, and I decided to pull that out because I kind of liked the way it all fit together, and I liked that I could use some gray, and it kind of shabby chic'd it for me. So the first one that I worked on is this one here. And this one right here is what I did was I took some chipboard and I gessoed the chipboard. Then I just put some of the striped paper on there, and I had another collection of paper from a paper pad that had small words, and I cut them in strips and was able to cut them apart and use a little, individually, and I put that on there. Some eyelash trim, some small ribbon, a ribbon rose, and of course you see the pearls, and of course the bling. Everybody likes the bling. So this is just something you can stick into a pocket or onto a page or onto a card or something, and there's no, it's not attached or anything, so you could do whatever you'd want. If you wanted to make an attachment to put it on a paper clip, you probably could do that as well, just by gluing a piece of paper on the back there. But I just wanted to leave it as is so that the recipient could do as she pleased with that. The second one that I made was this one here, and my Cuttlebug helped me out with this one because I cut out the backside frame gray part here with one of my dies there. I took and stickled the purple paper here for the shadow part of the butterfly, and as you can see I did a little bit of mulberry work up here, and I wet tore the mulberry and scrunched it up to kind of make it look poofy like that Mirabeau. I don't have any of that, and I really want some. Pearls here, a rose, obviously some more of those words and bling to kind of tie things together a little bit. And like I said, I'm using all of the same paper collection, so you can see that the colors are all matching. Then the third thing that I put together on the page here, it's in the middle, is the kite here. And I saw these. I got one in a pocket letter and I thought it was adorable. So I decided to cut my own template, and I made a bunch of these. Basically I took some of the scraps that I had cut from here and adhered them with the pop dot foam stuff, and like just a couple of other different elements here, and brought the gray out so that you could see that, and made a little kite. So that's the next one here. Then the fourth thing that I had made was up here in the this is a bottle cap, and again I didn't put anything on the back for attachment so that you could do as you pleased with that. I just stuck a circle punch out from some of the papers inside there, glossy accents, pearls, ribbons, and then I made these little charms with the beads, and they're all going to be different. I made 10 different ones, but they're all going to have a different jinx, so they're all going to be individual. And that was the fourth one that I had made during the week. The fifth one gave me a little bit of difficulty because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and it kind of was blah until I added the torn mulberry at the back here. But basically it's again just some Sizzix big dies on my Cuttlebug, some punches, and again tying everything together with using the same paper and all that kind of stuff. And so this kind of slides in sideways, but you could pull it out and put it on top of a pocket letter, or it would go on a card really nicely. I did pop it up so that it had some dimension. If you can see that underneath there, some dimension underneath there. I popped it up twice on the foam tape, and so it has some dimension to it as you can look in depth. Then the next thing that I worked on is down here at the bottom, and this kind of gave me a little trouble too. I was having some brain blockage, and I wanted to enclose some sort of tag or something that you could basically just slide in and use in a pocket letter right away. Don't have to deck it out or anything like that. So it's two-sided. This is what I'm calling the front because it's got the little cutout here, but it's a coin envelope. I cut off the top where it would glue down, use my punch to make the little circle there. The back was kind of blah looking, so I put some of the stripe on the back and a little bit of bling, so you could use it either way, but it's sort of the front and the back match. And then inside is the tag, and this is a Stampin' Up! Bow punch that I just got from my friend Stacy, her Stampin' Up! Party. Hi, Stacy. And I will be adding more of some fibers, I think, to this to tie a couple of the other fibers that I used in with it. But that's the front, and basically a little spot for journaling or to put something on the back there. And I used a little bit of that fabric washi tape just to deck it out a little bit more, make it a little bit more cute. Then the next things that I worked on were these paper clips down here, and I wanted to make a couple of them so that they were paired out. Whoops, we got some stuck together with some of the fibers there, but just a couple of paper clips. So those are the fronts, and again, I'm just using punchies and cutouts and you know, a little bit of fiber and some bling. And that's the backs. I kind of wanted the back sides to be somewhat flat. I kind of liked that pearl though, because I thought that was neat, and then you could use that as the back side because that's sort of flatter. But I pop dotted on that one, and this one I didn't because it has enough dimension with the bow. So those are the clips, and I'll put those back into the pocket after. The next thing that I worked on was this, and this kind of was a couple of day project because I just wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to do, but I wasn't sure how I was going to put it together, and then all of a sudden it came to me. And this is a little folder that I made, sort of like an idea of like a junk journal type book, but you know, like for using the closure. And so you know, basically you untie it, and then the book flips open, and inside I've got some post-it notes so that you can write a little note or something if you want to your pal or whatever. And I'll tie that back up later. But then I just used some of that tulle, put it behind there with a button to kind of tie some of the other fuzzy things together. And that was the second to last thing. And then this I just completed. My son was asking me to get going so he could film it for me, and it was just this little clip. And I basically wanted something, again, a little simpler, more tulle, a ribbon, and a button. And I don't like to put a lot of things up at the top here, because if you're going to actually use the clip, it'd be hard to use it if you had some decoration up here at the top, and if you use paper or whatever, it might get worn. So I kind of just left it painted. And so that right there is the 9th one, and like I said, I'm working on a 10th embellishment right now. I'm just not quite, you know, done with putting it all together. I've got all my components and stuff cut out, but that right there is pretty much the pocket letter that I am making for a swap that I'm doing. And like I said, I hope you enjoy looking at my videos. Please comment, like, subscribe if you're enjoying what I'm doing here. If you want any ideas or more explanation on some of the techniques, I'm just kind of explaining what I did. Just leave me a comment and I'll try to get back to you. Thanks, YouTube friends, and have a great day.